guys, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have makeup on me. I just did the Get Ready With Me booktube tag, and I wrote down the questions and I answered them for you. Hopefully, yep, I answered them the best of my quality because some of the books I didn't want to give any spoilers away. So I just got ready for this, so I'll be taking you on my journey, so you'll be able to see me from, well, I'm starting this after I've done this, so after this, you'll see me start and answer the questions to get to where I am now, so I hope you guys enjoy this video today. Bye, guys! Well, not bye. You know what I mean. Enjoy the video, guys. Happens to be Primer, a book that has left a lasting impressions on me. So the first book I'm actually going to talk about that left a really good impression on me happens to be Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. I mean, not the Sea of Monsters, The Lightning Thief, which happens to be the first book in this series. I've always been a fan of Greek mythology, and being able to read The Lightning Thief has just made me fall even more in love with Greek mythology. So that is the first book. And so I'll be using the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer. I actually just got this and I have never used it before. So I'm kind of nervous, but at the same time excited because I've heard great things about it. So yeah, I fell in love with Percy Jackson and the series and all the characters that we know and love. I just fell in love with Percy and everything. It's like he's trying to be normal, but all this stuff is happening to him, and it's like, I want to be as normal. But yeah, I fell in love with the series, and I've read it multiple times. I'm actually in the middle of doing a reread at the moment of the Percy Jackson series. I am currently reading, I'm reading Titan's Curse, which is the third book of the series. So yeah, I'm in the middle of reading that book. So that's the book I'm currently reading from this series, but just reading the first book has kind of given me all the feels of being able to read something about Greek mythology and the aspect of it. So yeah, that is done for the primer. So far so good. I'm enjoying it. 2 is Foundation. It's pick your favorite first book in a series. That's hard, because I like a lot of series. Let's see. I would have to say my favorite first book in the series would be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know why. It's just like when I picked up the Throne of Glass book, I didn't think I was going to really love it. And I did. I loved it so much. And it's the first book of the series, and it was a great entering point. Sorry this last year, and I'm actually almost done with the series. I'm not ready for it, so I choose Throne of Glass. The foundation I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Born This Way Medium to Full Foundation in Swan. So I'm still trying to get used to it. The top flies off. So Throne of Glass, yeah, I picked it up, never reading. I've heard so much about the series, from just watching BookTube and fellow BookTubers, and seeing what their thoughts were of Throne of Glass, and like some people they loved it, and I'm like, oh, then I'm like, why not let me give this series a shot? And so I think it was last July was when I started reading Throne of Glass, and I loved it. I spent through the book, which means I really enjoyed it. I love the characters. Like, I understand some people on the fans of the character-driven aspects of it, but I enjoyed it, actually. I have to say, I really fell in love with Selena, or Kalina, or whoever. I'm not able to pronounce the name correctly, which is unfortunate. It's a good tried. I really liked her and her character. I also liked Dorian, and I still like Dorian. As I progressed through the series. And it's like, I loved how the characters have grown up since the first book to where they are now. I finished reading Tower of Dawn, in April, and, I plan to pick up Kingdom Mash later this month, which I'm excited for and nervous, because it's like, it's the last book in the series, and it's like, I'm not ready, I don't want it to be over, and it's like, with everything that's going on, who knows, because, I know it's been out for a while, but I didn't pick it up, because it's like, I wasn't done with the other books, and I like to read books in the order that they come out in, so I stayed away from so many, I follow a lot of booktubers who have read the series, and they did vlogs for Kingdom Ash, and I try to stay away. I haven't watched any of those vlogs, just because it's like, I don't want to be spoiled, but, yeah, Throne of Glass was such a good book that I finished it in about, 3 days, so I'm excited to read Kingdom of Ash, and I enjoyed the series, so yeah. And that is it for foundation. So for the concealer question is, pick a character you would like to get rid of. I have already put the concealer on, and now I'm just bouncing. I would use Zara Dearborn from Queen of Very Darkness and Lord of Shadows. Dude, I do not like that girl at all. She pissed me off. She's just like, I didn't like her at all. Just because I was such a fan of Christina and Emma, and I hated how she had treated both Emma and Christina. Whenever I got to her part, I wanted to chuck the book halfway across the room to say, not today, Zara, not today. So, which is why I'm happy hopefully I won't have to see her for a long time. Christina's just, I hated how she would mess with Emma. Like, do not mess with my girl, do not mess with Christina, I just go to, I did not like her. So, yes, I would get rid of Zara from Lord of Shadows and from Queen of Very Darkness. So that way she wouldn't mess with Emma anymore. Question 4 is Patter, and it's pick your favorite last book in a series. Ooh, that's a good question, because there's been a lot of good books. I was actually torn between 2 Cassandra Clare books, so I went with one that I really, really enjoyed, and that is Queen of Air and Darkness, which is book 3 in the Dark Artifice series. I think this whole book gave me, like, so many feels. So the powder I'm doing the It Bye Bye Pores. If you see that I'm a little bit dark, it's because I turned off my light, because I wanted to see how it looked like through natural light. So yeah, so Queen of Air and Darkness. Oh, girl. I would do Queen of Air and Darkness any day. Just with how the book gave me feels. Definitely the kite, kit and the tie feels. It just gave me, like, all the feels of everything that was going on. Kind of gave me City of Heavenly Fire feels. Which is, like, it's the end of a series, and it's like, it gave me so much feels, and it's like, I don't want the series to be over, but it is. But the book and everything that happened, definitely to the characters in the book, made me like, no! Kid and Die, everything that happened between Emma and Julian to to everyone. It's like, the ending was like, I really enjoyed the ending. I think I was surprised that Emma and Julian were able to turn into angels. That was surprising. I'm happy for Magnus and Alec to have gotten married at the end of this book with everything that went on. Which I'm happy for. I'm happy Emma and Julian could be together. I'm sad. I wanted to yell at Ty for bringing back Livy. Like, she died because she died, and now he has to live with everything that happened to be able to have her come back as a ghost. I hate that Ty decided to leave, and that I like that he's going to go live with Tessa and Jem, and the new baby when the baby is born. I'm excited for the blessed baby. So yeah, the surprise ending with evil Jace coming over with Ash and bringing him to the Seelie Queen it's kind of surprising. And we'll see what happens in the Wicked Powers. Question 5 is Eyebrows. And it's a book everyone should read. That is actually really such a hard one, because I had a hard time, because again, I read so many good books, and I've learned a lot of them through BookTube, with my fellow booktubers, and so I would recommend the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Mansacola. It's such a great series, and I enjoyed it. And it's like, the last book's coming out in September, which is sad, but it's like, I really enjoyed the series. And it keeps getting good and good. I like how it's historical, and it's like, you're trying to solve a problem by, like, from, like, bad guys. Like, the first book has Jack the Ripper, and then book 2 took place at Dracula's castle, and then the 3rd book had Houdini in it. I'm excited to see what the 4th book has for us. So my eyebrow pencil that I've been using is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit, which is number 3. Yes. So I'm liking it so far. I'm not like good with my eyebrows, which is why I'm gonna be using a mirror for this. But I enjoyed reading Jack the Ripper. It was definitely the first book, and I found it when I was homesick, and I picked it up at my library. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. What's it about? And I've always been a fan of Jack the Ripper and mysteries and trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper really was. So, yeah. And I think the series has gotten better since. So, yeah, the series has gotten better since the first book, and it's like, I just love rereading it. Definitely if I'm in the mood for like super duper mystery, I'll pick up Stalking Jack the Ripper. Just because it's like, I need Wadsworth and Cresswell. You can't never have too much Thomas Cresswell. So yeah, Thomas Cresswell. Oh, he's the sarcastic psychic you ever need, but he's also the love interest. So it's like, oh. You always need one of those, and he makes everything perfect. I actually met Kay Messicola earlier this year when Escaping Houdini came out, and I went to her book signing, and it was just so much fun to be there and to get an autograph and to get the book. So yeah. That is fun. And my eyebrows are done. Crooked, but I'm learning. I'm still learning how to do eyebrows. So, the Cashman was for book with a cover that has color on it. I chose Views and Nightmare because it has purple on it. Unfortunately, my card had ran out of memory, so you didn't get to see me do the one full look I have on now. But I tried, and it's a nice kooky way, which is just part of my personality. It is eyeliner, and it's pick a book that's dark and mysterious. Well, the book I picked was dark, and it has a mystery to it. And it's How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mathers, who has a descendant from the Salem witch trials. It's such an interesting book. It takes place with someone who has family from Salem, and it's such interesting to see what happens, what people think from families who were part of the Salem witch trials in 1692. And I really enjoyed it. I read the second book, which takes place in the Titanic, and it's so interesting. But I really enjoyed it. I would like for her to continue with the series. But it was such an interesting book. I actually want to do a reread of it soon. But I really enjoyed it. Simply because the first book is has the mystery of the hanging tree and Salem, and I enjoyed it. So that is eyeliner. Quick, I just used a pencil. And 8 is Mascara. My mascara is the Tarte Lights Camera Action Splash, and the question is a long book, and for this I chose The Behemoth of Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't even started this book yet, and it's huge. How many pages has it? Hold on, I don't want to be spoiled. There's 908. Oh no, that's the acknowledgements. I don't want to read the acknowledgements. I just want to know when the story ends. So there is 980 pages of Kingdom of Ash. It's not the longest book I've had read, but this is one of the longest that I am going to be reading. I'm not ready to read this, but I know sooner or later I actually have to read it, and I plan to read it later this month, where I'll be doing a reading vlog of me reading Kingdom of Ash. I'm gonna have one that has spoilers in it, and I'm gonna probably do one that doesn't have any spoilers. That you'll just see my reaction, but I won't like go into full detail about it. Because it's like, who knows if someone hasn't found the series yet and doesn't know what Kingdom of Ash is. I am someone who does not want to ruin that for them. So yeah, we are up to question 9. What is a cringe-worthy romance? So it's kind of like in the beginning of the series that I'm choosing this. It's a perfect romance, but it's like when you get to later on in the series, it becomes cringy, and that happens to be Tamlin and Freya from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I just recently read A Court of Mist and Fury, and when I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, I actually liked Tamlin and Freya. But now that I read A Court of Mist and Fury, I did not like them at all. And so I'm just, if I don't have any full-on blush, I improvise. Which I'm kind of doing right now. But it kind of works. I'm kind of going for this 80s look. That works. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Tamlin and Freya now that I've read A Court of Mist and Fury. It's bad because it all of a sudden became very cloudy. So question 10 is highlight. Pick a book that brightens up your day. A book that brightens up my day. That is actually a very easy question. And that is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero. It's the Sherlock Holmes series, and the first book brings me so much joy, and it makes me laugh, it makes me smile. I enjoyed it. And so it always brightens me, and so the highlight I'm using is Moonchild by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think I'm going to do silver this time. But yeah, Charlotte gives me hope for the world. She's just she's so smart and, like, gives me, like, the Sherlock Holmes feel. And it's like, why didn't I find this series sooner? I love it so much. And the series just recently ended, which is sad, but I plan to reread it plenty of times. But I really enjoyed it. Just the interaction of Jamie and Charlotte and the whole family history. It's fun. It's exciting. My eye makeup make me look like a clown, but I don't care. But yeah, that is. I enjoyed it. It always makes me smile when I reread it. So I plan to do a reread of the Sherlock Holmes series just because I need to see Charlotte's witty comments again. So that is how it is. Lipstick. Favorite book, Kiss. And the lipstick I'm doing, I did the pencil part, which I didn't do good so well, is from Kylie Jenner. And this is Head Over Heels. That's a tough one, because there's a lot of series that I just recently read that has, like, such good kisses in it. If we're going for one that I just recently read, that would be Reese, Rysand, and Freya from A Court of Mist and Fury. The kiss that these two had. At a certain part of the book, I'm not saying anything. Oh, that kiss, man. Ugh. I kind of wish I was Freya at that moment, but I wasn't. But that's one of my favorite kisses so far. So I have to give it to Freya and Rysand from A Court of Mist and Furies. So this has been Get Ready With Me, book tag. And I'm ready.